the exhale suspension. So this is a great one, as I use it as my morning assessment. So it's just like I talked about this in the explanation video of the breath efficiency tracker. And when you wake up in the morning, this can be kind of a tool to use. Like, how did I recover? How did I sleep? What is my mindset right now? What is my stress resilience? What is my emotional resilience right now? And it's kind of similar to like if you wore a Whoop or an Oura Ring, in the sense that I don't think you should use any of those long term. I think those are great tools to learn your body and learn to communicate with it and how it's communicating with you. But after a month, 2 months, you stop using them. So it's the same thing with this. As you see on the tracker, it is a daily assessment for 4 weeks. After that, it's up to you. You can use it here and there or whatever. But it's a great baseline to start understanding you and where you're at. And you'll see the changes and the fluctuations in time, which meaning maybe, if it's a high time, maybe that day you can put a little bit more energy into your workouts. You can do a different style of breath. But if it's a low day, like it's like significantly lower, maybe you need some calming, re-energizing breath, or activating breath to get you some of that recovery and some of that energy. So the test itself is a derivative. I pulled it from the Bolt score, which is a good test. I think it just lacks a little bit of clarity, and there's too much of a fluctuation in what the results could be. So I changed it a little bit, and this is how I do my test. So the breath goes inhale, exhale 3 times. On the third exhale, you hold, and you hold as long as you can. So passive inhale, and then through the mouth, passive exhale. Passive inhale. Wherever you find that peak volume and it just hits, and then you just let the elasticity of the muscles just like release the air, okay? We're not forcing air out. We're not forcing air in. That's an important piece here. So when you do that third breath, we'll start the timer, and then we will go as long as you can, okay? And then underneath of this video in the text, you'll see like the ideal ranges. Now, don't rely on those too heavily, because those can be affected by so many aspects, which are also part of the BreathX program. But the aspects in terms of your recovery, your mindset, your nutrition, your community, your environment, how much you're in nature, how much you're in city, your fitness levels, all of that stuff will have a big impact on your ability to hold the breath. So remember that when you see these scores. Like, I'll give you the ideal ranges, but you may be at a different place. And then that just is another way to assess, like, I need to start implementing some of these things and see how it affects my breath. So let's get into it. Let's do it. Let's do the test right now. So all we're going to do is we're going to do those 3 breaths, and you'll see a timer pop up, and we're going to go for a minute. I'll have the timer there for, if you don't make it, that's okay. Just log your time. If you go beyond a minute, then you'll need to do this test on your own the next time. Okay? So let's start. Deep breath into the nose and release. In the nose. Release. Big breath in the nose. Release. Hold. 1 minute right here. You can close the eyes, just relax the body. You can lie back. It's up to you. But just try to relax. Try to feel into the body. What is arising? If you already feel a little bit of air hunger, that's okay. Try to see if you can combat the air hunger with your mind. If you can calm yourself. Remind yourself that you're safe and that you have plenty of oxygen. This is only an emotional response. This is nothing other than that. You have plenty of oxygen, even in those 3 breaths. So calm yourself, calm the mind. See if you can get through it. If you needed to breathe already, that's okay. Just log your time. We're almost there. and I'm going to stop it here. If you feel like you could go longer than that, then I would just retest this on your own, maybe the next day. And again, when you do these tests, try to replicate it. You can also play with it. You could do this like in the evening and night and just see the difference between when I'm stressed and when I'm not stressed, or right during a stressful event. See if you can test it and be like, oh, there's a big difference there. So it's a great tool. It's quick. And if you do it daily, it'll start to help you understand you, your recovery, your mindset, and your emotional resilience and your stress resilience all in one shot.